Think soaking chia seeds is simple? It looks simple, but a lot of people are doing it the wrong way. And those mistakes can leave you bloated, uncomfortable, or missing out on some of the biggest benefits chia seeds have to offer. These tiny seeds are packed with fiber, omega-3 fats, and plant nutrients. But if you soak them the wrong way, you may not get the full payoff. Today, we're breaking down 5 common chia seed soaking mistakes, what they can do to your digestion, and how to fix them so you actually get the benefits you're looking for. And make sure you stay until the end, because the last mistake is one almost nobody talks about, but it can completely undo the work you did up front. Let's get into it. Most people think chia seeds are a toss it in and forget it kind of food. But chia seeds are only as useful as the way you prepare them. When they absorb liquid properly, they form that thick gel texture people know them for. That texture can make them easier to eat and gentler on digestion. But when they are handled poorly, they can turn into a recipe for bloating, weird texture, and disappointment. So let's start with the first big mistake. Mistake number 1 is soaking chia seeds in very cold water and expecting fast results. Yes, cold water can work, but it usually slows the whole process down. Chia seeds need time and the right conditions to absorb liquid evenly. When the water is too cold, they can stay clumpy longer and take more time to fully gel. A better move is using room temperature water or slightly warm water. Not hot, not boiling, just comfortably warm. That can help the seeds hydrate more evenly and create a smoother texture faster. And if you want a simple upgrade, add a small squeeze of lemon for flavor and freshness. Mistake number 2 is getting the soak time wrong. Some people only soak chia seeds for a few minutes and then eat them right away. Others leave them sitting around forever until they become a thick gel blob nobody actually wants to eat. If chia seeds are not fully hydrated, the texture can be rough and unpleasant, and they may feel harder on your stomach. On the other hand, leaving them too long can make the texture overly thick, strange, and less enjoyable. The sweet spot for most people is about 15 to 30 minutes. That is usually enough time for the seeds to absorb liquid and form a smooth gel without turning into something that looks like science class leftovers. Mistake number 3 is soaking chia seeds in the wrong liquid. Not every liquid gives you the same result. If you soak chia seeds in sugary juice or sweetened drinks, you may be adding a lot of sugar to something you were trying to make healthier in the first place. If your goal is steadier energy and better digestion, that kind of defeats the purpose. A better choice is plain water, unsweetened almond milk, coconut water with no added sugar, or even a mild herbal tea. These options let the chia seeds do their job without loading the whole thing up with extra sugar. They also tend to give you a cleaner flavor that works well in smoothies, puddings, or simple breakfast bowls. Mistake number 4 is never rinsing your chia seeds before soaking them. This is one of those small habits that many people skip because they do not think it matters. But rinsing can help clean the seeds and improve the overall texture before soaking. All it takes is putting the seeds into a fine mesh strainer and rinsing them quickly under water for a few seconds before you soak them. It is a tiny step, but sometimes tiny steps make food easier to enjoy consistently. And consistency matters a lot more than perfection. Mistake number 5 is storing soaked chia seeds the wrong way. Let's say you got everything right. You used the right liquid, the right soak time, and the texture came out great. Then you throw it into a random container, leave it too long, or mix in fruit and forget about it for days. That can ruin the whole thing. Soaked chia should be stored in a sealed container in the fridge, ideally in a glass jar. It is best to make smaller batches instead of a huge amount that sits around too long. A good rule is to keep it simple and use it within a few days. If you add fruit, Be extra careful, because fresh fruit can break down faster and affect the quality of the mix. So here's the easy way to do it right. First, rinse the chia seeds quickly. Next, soak them in room temperature or slightly warm liquid. Use plain water, unsweetened almond milk, herbal tea, or another simple low-sugar option. Let them sit for about 15 to 30 minutes, then store them in a sealed glass container in the fridge if you are not using them right away. That's it. Simple, clean, and much easier to turn into a habit. These mistakes may sound small, but they can change how enjoyable and usable chia seeds actually are. And when food is easier to digest, easier to prepare, and easier to enjoy, you are more likely to keep using it. That means better consistency. And better consistency usually beats chasing perfect nutrition hacks every single time. Chia seeds are simple, but simple does not mean mindless. A few smart changes can make them easier to use in smoothies, puddings, yogurt bowls, and breakfast routines without the bloating, weird texture, or frustration. So if you have been eating chia seeds and wondering why the experience was underwhelming, one of these 5 mistakes might be the reason. Fix the liquid. Fix the timing. Rinse them. Store them better. Small improvements like that can make a big difference. If you found this helpful, hit like. And if you want more simple, realistic health and nutrition videos without the hype, subscribe and turn on the bell. And now I want to know, how do you use chia seeds most often? In pudding, smoothies, yogurt, or something else? Drop it in the comments. And remember, when it comes to diet and exercise, there are no gimmicks, just results.